Thoughts, processes, wins. Let's pick out a win. Everybody share a win. Find a win.
I got my vision board done, and
Yay.
I watched what was the one you said, lesson or module 5, lesson 1 or whatever you
Yeah.
had listed. I did that too. So, and then that's all I got done because last week was just a wash with my dog declining and then having
Yeah.
to put him down. So I lost I lost basically the week on this and my other job.
I
So
didn't know you had to put your dog down. I'm really
yeah,
sorry.
Friday, Sunday he started acting a little weird, and then Monday he peed Monday morning, but then he stopped eating, and then he
Oh,
didn't eat or pee again. Took him to the vet on Tuesday, spent $1,000, and they're like,
mm,
"Oh, it looks like just really bad arthritis." Blah 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 blah. Wednesday he got worse. Took him back Thursday, and the vet's like, "No, he's got this symptom, this symptom. He's got cancer." And he's
oh,
struggling. He couldn't sleep all night. I was up every night with him because
wow.
if I didn't have my hand on him, he whimpered and whined. So Friday
I'm,
morning we put him down. So
I'm
it was
sorry,
just
Debbie. That's really difficult.
that was our last one. That was our last pet. So
Wow.
yeah. But anyway, my win is I got stuff done regardless of that.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Well, I'll be praying for you though, and I'm glad you got that done. And maybe during the call, any takeaways or extra questions, and I'll get you those Google Drive links separately. Yeah. Kristen, how about you? What wins did you have this last week? I know you got a little sick. I hope you're feeling better. Anything you're proud of yourself about, just any win at all.
Well, I woke up every day and my family's healthy. So that's
That's a
about
big
it.
deal.
Rough week for me too. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm focusing on.
Yeah. Well, any win in your business at all, it can be you downloaded something, you made something, you had an idea. I do want to help you guys start to really celebrate wins in your business, even if it's been a rough week or a sales week. There's still things I'm sure that you're proud of yourself for.
I
Anything
haven't
you're
gotten
proud
a
of yourself
sale.
for?
I haven't gotten a sale in over a week and I've
That's
posted.
okay.
So
I've
it's been rough.
I've gone through stuff like that, just so everybody knows. But did you work on your business in some way that made you proud of yourself?
Um, yeah. I mean, I showed up every day. I have to. So
You don't have to. You're choosing to. So good job. I saw some of your fun videos. So are you proud of yourself that you showed up and you made content anyway and you're trusting the process?
yes.
Okay, great. All right. So, a big part of business is mindset, as you guys are probably aware. So, one thing I definitely recommend is, remembering that like every day is a choice to choose like it's this or that. Actually, I think I'm writing a new book that one day might be published. It's called This or That. And the point is that it's always this or that. Okay. So whether it's a thought in our heads, whether it's a choice of actions we take, it is always this or that. And so, for example, like let's say I have this bodybuilding goal right now, which I do. So, like, I definitely don't always feel like, I honestly rarely feel like working out. Okay. Like, feelings come and go. But am I gonna make the choice that I'm going to go to the gym or just say, I don't feel like it? So, it's this or that, right? And sometimes I actually really want to go to the gym, but I feel like my body needs the rest. And so I also have the choice. Do I push that and maybe get an injury or do I listen and do rest? So depending on the day, that this or that looks different. So for today's theme, I definitely want to just talk about like remembering that it's like this or that. So on what's the word called? Some of the mindset work that I'd like to like help you guys remember is, the Earl Nightingale audio that I recommended that everybody listen to. And I know like some of these things, there's a lot of different things, but the reason that I do recommend that and would say, hey, put that back maybe on your to-do list is it talks about these things. Like, what are you doing with your mind? What are you doing with your thoughts? Because that's again, it's going to control everything else. So, there was a saying I heard once and I really liked it. And I'm not in the military. I know my husband is now, but I wasn't married to him at the time when I heard this, but I really like this. And it's, Your mind is the general and your body are the troops. And sometimes it's also like you need a general inside your brain for the other things in your brain. So if you are gonna get, like, we do go through hard things and we need to give ourselves grace, but at the same time, can we be better about what we're choosing to focus on, what we're choosing to do, and remembering that ultimately the only thing you have control over is yourself. And then we got to take the control where we can take the control. Cool. So that would be like my encouragement. The other thing I wanted to walk through today before I take any questions, just pretty briefly, is the goal setting journal in your guys' back office. So let me open that up because I noticed the beautiful vision boards, which are so awesome. But I also wanted to talk about a very specific way of setting like your 3 top goals. Okay. And I'd like you guys this week when you get the chance to, one second, let me get in here so I can show this to you. Did anybody find that it's the Freedom Planner piece that has like, these are like your 3 I have. Did anybody go through
I
that
haven't
yet?
found that yet. I haven't. I'll look at it this week though.
Okay. So I'm going to go through it briefly right here. That way you guys know where to find it. And then we can kind of like, if you have questions about it, and then we can call it good. So let me go find that real quick. Let me share my screen so you can see where it's at as well when you're logged in. Okay. So down here, um, is it in the Freedom Planner training or is it in the, let's go. Dun, da, da, da. I think it's Goals with Soul, but this is one. I do recommend you guys do this one, but let me see. I thought, okay. Okay, so let's talk about these focus goals right here. Um, if you need to know what your money is, because that's essentially going to be what pushes any other money related goal forward, correct? So I do recommend like printing this out, and ideally over the course of, let's say, the next 100 days, if you want to start that this week, would be following this kind of method for your daily goals. So you're going to write down every day, and I did have it fill in the blank. So I have an extra, let's say it's 2,500 is your first goal. Okay. Come into my bank account this month. I'm so happy and grateful. These other 2 goals, one is health and wellness, because as we know, health is wealth. And if you don't have like a body goal, it kind of goes to the wayside. So I really believe a big part of us as entrepreneurs and as women is really latching into that. So mine for a long time would just be like, I'd say I'm a fit size 4 athlete. So if you are on a weight loss journey, you want to do it size by size. So when I first started, I was like a size 12. If you're not on a weight loss journey, it's just like essentially what is an affirmation about you and your body and how you want to feel in yourself as it. So let's say it's like, I am a warrior queen. It could be something like that as well. So writing down like, I am an athlete, I am a fit, energetic, like it's describing how you want to feel every day. What are those descriptive words? So mine was, like I said, a fit size 4 athlete, because I didn't just want to be like skinny, I wanted to be an athlete. Right now I'm working on bodybuilding goals. So maybe it's like, I am a fit, like 20% body fat wellness competitor or something. Like it needs to be specific to your current goals. Everybody following? Okay. Then the third one is a soulful I am. This is essentially like encompasses just like, I am a powerful business owner, even. It could be, I am a warrior for God in life and business. I am, does anybody care to share what theirs might be or could be? We can play with it.
For the first one or the second one?
Any of them.
So for me, my weight's actually back where I want it, but I'm working on really building muscle, kind of like you, but not competitive. So I would do something like, I'm a strong muscle building postmenopausal woman or something, like, because I'm building strong muscles and it's harder to do at my age. So going to
Yeah.
the gym, and so something
Yep.
about building muscles and being strong, physically strong. I know I'm emotionally and mentally strong already,
You could
but
say I'm a fit, toned athlete. I mean, I think when you're going to the gym, you're an athlete.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
and
guess I
like
never think
maybe
of myself
tone.
as an athlete because I got cut from every sport I ever tried out for growing up.
Going to the gym is being an athlete though. And that's the fun part about nowadays. Or you can just say woman, strong woman. I'm a fit, strong woman and whatever that's. Yeah, exactly. Then the soulful one would be like, maybe you say like, I'm a leader for women's mental health globally and something like that. It's like, or I am a like mine is like a warrior for God in life and business. So that's mine, just so you guys know. And then let's go to these 3 tasks. So now these are like those ethereal almost goals that we don't always know when the goal is going to happen. Remember, we talked about that. These tasks are tasks that often aren't going to change, but by writing them down every day, you're reaching for it. Now, there is exercise down here already for wellness, things like that. These are also all tasks, but I think it's important to have your own 3 individual tasks. So, for example, if you're like, I have an extra 2,500 coming to my bank account this month. So, for you, Kristen, like your marketing's already down here, those ones, but maybe up here you're like, okay, 1 TikTok, 1 Facebook post. You say, create 1 new design, make 2 signs. That would be your daily tasks that are then supporting the goal money. Make sense? And these tasks can change a little bit each day, but I would say these 3 tasks are typically going to be nor in your individual business. Those are usually things you're going to repeat outside of the marketing and mindset that I've already listed here for you. Does that all make sense? So for yours, Debbie, yours might be do a 1 minute video. Tell Tiana. It would be like work on my book or something, or reach out to 3 podcasts I want to be on. So these ones can kind of change, but also there's room up here for you guys to put like the real randomness of life. Okay. But these are it's essentially saying, I know where I'm going. I know who I am. And I can look at this daily sheet right now. And no matter all these other things that came up in my life, these are my highest priorities. This is the power of this. This is not a normal planner. This is about you're tuning into your highest, best self, and you're taking your power back and you're taking control back of your day, of your mindset. Is this helpful? So if I was going to list out mine, and I have it in, let me go here into Canva because I don't know, maybe I need to put it in here for you guys. Let me go here. So I listed out what mine looks like, right? Okay, I think it's this one. Oh, this is a different size. Okay. So I'll share this with you guys. So this is the one, this essentially like it breaks down exactly what you want to do. And you literally can just like print this one out. This is my newer one. If you want just more of a black and white version of it, this is the other one you can print black and white too. It's just not scripted text, but it's the same. This is so there, this so you can see this. So if my goal was a $200,000 coming in my bank account this month, okay, then I need to pitch to I maybe need to have a workshop. So I need to like each day I would say, okay, today I need to pitch this workshop to 10 people. I need to finish the Freedom Planner and I need to do my 3-10-10-3. Okay, I'm a fit IFBB pro athlete. When I filled this out, I was working on that. I'm no longer, but let's say it was that. Okay, walk 4 miles, go to the gym, track food, eat healthy. Is everybody following? My daily goal that month is not changing. The task could gently change. Typically not. I'd say the other tasks would go up here in the to-dos. But there is a power to repetition in your own daily to-dos. Okay. And then I will warrior woman, wife, and mother. Okay. Do something sweet for the family today. Keep my boundaries for myself. Thank my house cleaners and pay. That was on the list that day. Okay, so those contribute to my overview of who I am and soulfully as a person to my core that money has zero to do with, essentially. Make sense? Then this is like, again, health, wellness, any fitness goals, and then money. Okay, what are the highest things? But also, don't forget that like all these other things are always on your daily to-do list. You should always be moving your body, eating healthy-ish at least, right? Good sleep, drinking water, having fun each day, connecting with other humans you love, whether it's friends or an animal or something, right? Marketing, everybody every day, and why I built this in, needs to be doing these three things every day. That's different than your individual business goals. So, why I'm really honing in on vision boards and these to dos is like, we can get into the higher level systems and different things, and I can take your questions. But, like, if you're not taking time to really learn this very extreme self discipline, plan your day the night before, really write down these goals, and every day the repetition, repetition, repetition of this and this accountability, I can't even help you that much. And not everyone is different, but even this lady, I was in like a course with her, and she's on the spectrum, and she's super artsy fartsy. And let me tell you something, she is crazy detailed about her to-do list and her schedule, especially if you do want to work less. Let's be honest, this actually, if you want to work less, you want to be more detailed with your schedule. So like when I come to work, I know that we're off by like 1. I need to go get the kids. My son's off work in 40 minutes too. And so I know when I show up here, if I'm only working 3 to 4 hours in a day, which that's all I work, you guys, as far as like at my office, if that, because like, so I have to get so like, okay, here's my power hour. I can't be distracted by anything. Is everyone following? So the key to really working less and making more money starts with your schedule, starts with your time management, starts with self accountability. Okay? Any questions about this part of it?
Is this in the I'm on my phone, so it's hard for me to see where you navigated. Is this found in the 100 days 100K or in your regular seven-figure club? The
It's in that, it is in the regular one, but let me just, I'm going to take this right now and just go put this over here. So we're going to go put it in your getting started checklist.
Okay.
We're going to go here and we're going to say, well, actually, let me put it in the business section.
Okay.
We're going to put a business planning and calendar, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cancel, cancel. Planner and calendar. Oh, I think it honestly is right here. Download the
Okay.
Freedom Planner daily. I'll put it right here. I'll say updated July 8th, 2025. So you know, click here to download Tiana's personal printable for the Freedom Planner now. So that's where it's going to go. And I'm going to put that link right here for you guys. Okay, the one that I'm walking you through. So right there.
Perfect. The less
Cool.
time I spend searching on the computer, the better. Because then
Right.
I get
I'm here for this.
distracted.
This is why we're doing these calls too. And especially I appreciate those who get to show up live, because then I literally can like be like, it's right here. And then and then I'll just tag you too. This is where they see the completion. I think it's all unlocked. I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, it's right here. It's on the side now. They moved it. So Debbie, I'll tag you, and I'll tag you also, Kristen. Is your last name Kaufman?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure it's not somebody else in here. Okay. Okay, so there, both of you, it's right there. This is the actual PDF in this training, and then the Freedom Planner Daily. Okay, so now here, oh, okay. Well, there's that one. Where's this one? Okay, this is the one that maps out exactly what I talked to you about. What 3 things are most important? So if you guys want to go through this worksheet, I really recommend it. And is just like nobody else is going to be here. So this is where this maps this out perfectly. I need to really combine PDFs, but and here, okay, so with the affirmations, this is what I wanted to share about your vision board. And you can always grab a piece of paper, maybe put it on your vision board, right? Like just add it to what you've already done. The reason this matters is when you have a vision board that has these exact 3 or more focus goals, right? I am, and then maybe all your other images, but that it actually matches it, then you're writing every day down too, right? This whole like, let's go back to this one. And then you're writing it down every single day, and then you're looking at your vision board. there's a saying by Tony Robbins about like studies they've done about humans, us humans. And like we're never going to be perfect. And we actually don't really even want to be perfect. The thing that us humans need is progress. So if you are literally take this moment and take, even if it's taking a week extra, whatever time extra, and you're like, today's a new day, that's all right, this is where we're at. You're going to make that progress. You're seeing it on your vision board, all these dreams, and then you're looking, you're using the same words on your daily printable. So it's like, you're like, I'm making progress. So maybe I didn't accomplish my goal today, but you will. And then when you then instead focus on the progress, on your mindset, on your fun today, your connection today, and you have that discipline in your life and you stop being hard on yourself just because life didn't go as planned. What's interesting is, you being hard on yourself makes you feel bad, and then you're not able to track the good things because misery loves company, even your own thoughts. But when you feel good, you attract good. And that's like a fact. So law of attraction is real, whether somebody calls it that or not. When you feel good, when you're resonating at a higher level, you attract more good, including more clients, including more good clients, people who respect you, people, just opportunities, people will inbox you. It just starts to come to you. But when you're stuck in like, I feel bad, I don't see my progress, I'm not honoring my boundaries, I'm not saying the thing I said I wouldn't do, you feel worse and worse and worse. True? And then when you feel worse and worse and worse, it doesn't work for you. It works in reverse for you. Instead, you're like, and then this thing fell through, and then that thing happened, and then that thing happened. So I'm not really going to talk about that again this time because it's just the way it is. So we're going to keep moving into the strategies, into coaching, into up leveling, but you will stay stuck in low level income if you stay stuck in low level thinking. And to go over your questions, any question you have, you are more than welcome to ask me. But that's what this group this is for. But if you don't have questions at the beginning, I may not have time to answer something fully at the end. So the other thing I'd like you guys to do would be to submit questions also ahead of time. So if I can get to the question, that way I know how to prepare. But if I come on these calls and I've not gotten any questions ahead of time, I essentially am like, this is what I think we should talk about today. Does that make sense? Because like I don't like to show up and wing it and not know what I'm doing either.
Where would be the best place for us to submit them? On Telegram, on WhatsApp,
You can
or?
do Telegram, but there is also a form that I have that I will put in Telegram again. But honestly, yeah, and Mighty Networks is also fine. But while
Okay.
we're on the calls, and if it's a small group right now, more than happy to answer the questions. But yeah.
I just wanted to know because, I didn't want it to get lost in a feed. So I didn't know if there's somewhere specific.
There is a form that is for weekly things. I will grab it and I will also put it at the getting started checklist
Perfect.
in the 100K and 100 days too. So that way, if it doesn't get lost in the Telegram feed and things like that. Okay, so Kristen, do you have a question about SEO and that kind of thing?
Yes, on our 3 posts for the day, I was just wondering. I mean, I know that we are all different in our businesses, but I know that with the digital age, there's when you create a file, you can change file names and SEOs to kind of digitally put it into the back door of Google. I know that captions and hashtags capture certain trigger words on different social media platforms, and I know different platforms have certain times that people are more active and post. You mentioned in our video before to not uh, kind of Google or reach out to other how to do things and to come to you. So I'm just wondering, is this something that you would be inside this 100K in 100 days, or is this question would be with something else?
Sure. So one is when I say like don't go outside, I'm like talking about the level up of strategy, but it actually is relevant to this. I'll tell you my opinion, but you can of course do whatever. I'm not here to mom you but the reason is it's about keeping streamlined on what's actually going to bring in income. So things like SEO, film naming, when we're doing 100 days and you're reaching for your first like 2,500 or $10,000, that's really not going to play a large part, if any, just being real. Trying to go viral with videos is pointless because we actually never know. You could do all the work in the world, do an SEO, do a subtitle. I've even hired somebody for $10,000 a month. Not one thing, barely hit over 1,000. It doesn't work like that. The most important thing is just to be consistent and to show up from a love place, from a heart place. So that's my answer to that. It would be like, do the daily 1 minute, focus in on what you love. If it's a funny thing that day, if it's an educational thing, if it's a sales thing, do the daily post like I teach that gets you in the algorithms. Always repurpose your 1 minute videos. And yeah, honestly, the titles and the subtitles, unless you're doing long form YouTube content, that would take that kind of work. But even right now, if you're talking about, is your goal to create 10,000 followers on YouTube, or is your goal to make $10,000 a month? That is my question for you.
That's kind of a tricky question. It's I think with this day and age, I think people can make more money off of followers. I think I would probably rather have the followers than essentially, because you get that money one time. But if you've got 10,000 followers, now you're advertising to 10,000 people every single day, 3 times a
No,
day.
I'm going to cut you off because that's not true even.
Okay.
So I have people that have 1 million followers or even 60,000 followers on Instagram. They make nowhere near what I make. It's not about the follower count. It's about converting people who are your proper clients. So right now, I do think that for you, you focus too much on getting more viewers, but what you really need to focus on is your income. And so if these 3 posts a day, like, so on one hand, yes, you are correct, but I wanted to just stop you for a minute because you're saying, well, that's a trick. No, my question for 100 days is, would you rather focus on audience growth on YouTube, which will not convert as fast, or would you like to focus on making $10,000? That's just a simple question.
$10,000.
Okay. And you could say 10,000 YouTube followers. And then in that case, what I would say is, or TikTok followers, or whatever followers you want to say. But focusing on audience and on followers is never the route for any business, for any celebrity. What you focus on is you and on providing an amazing service, an amazing value, and then the followers come. So it's the opposite approach. And the people who are running after viral videos and all that, even if they end up having them, it's a very rare person, and it usually happens on accident. Then they analyze it and try and duplicate it, and they almost never can. And I can say that from experience, going to Vid Summit, going to these things. That's not how it's done. There are some people like Mr. Beast or some top level YouTubers, but that's not what this course is about. This is about $100,000 in 100 days, and your first milestone is 2,500. If you're asking me questions about SEO and file naming and all that, it's just that's not the right place to even be looking. The right place to be looking is, how do I actually raise my rates over here? How do I think you already have a ton of buyers. And so what I would say is, we don't know what we know, what we don't know. So I love that you asked the question, but it's not relevant to actually doing it the way I do teach, which actually always blows people up, which is interesting because consistency is more important than the titles. So it's not me guessing. I absolutely don't teach on the titles and on that because it doesn't matter. It matters if you want to blow up on YouTube and if you have time to make $100,000. So if you were like, I'm sitting on so much money over here and I've got capital, and I'd be like, okay, take a different course and let me refer you to a YouTuber's course.
I wasn't sure if it was relevant or not. So I
Not coming down on you. It's a great question. It's things I've explored, drove myself crazy, and then came back to the same thing of like, oh, if I just focus on this very simple daily task, which isn't, it's simple, it's still not easy, is it? Is it easy to like print out our daily planner every day and write in our goals? I mean, that's simple, right? All of us could be like, I can write this down every day. Why am I not doing it? So it's not to come down on you. It's a great in-depth question. You do awesome with your videos. You have a ton of followers, but why isn't it converting? Well, this is the same problem that it's had with a lot of friends of mine who focus on numbers over creating a income stream. So would you rather, let's just do it again. Would you rather, if you had to choose between the two, have 100,000 followers on every platform, or would you rather make $100,000 the next 100 days?
Can I think on it and get back to you in Telegram?
You can, you can.
Okay.
Because if you're wanting to just focus on audience and trying to go viral, it's not the same as having a strategy to make money. It's not. The
I would like to
numbers,
make the $100,000 and then
you
duplicate.
can grow your audience at the same time, but that can't be the goal. It's the same
Right.
thing as when they say don't chase the money in business, chase the like do amazing work at what you love and the money will come. It's the same exact for numbers. That's what I'm trying to say here. And I feel like it's like you're being difficult about it instead of just being like, yeah, I need to make $10,000 a month. And if I only had 1,000 followers and I was making $10,000 every month, which one do you want? You don't have to choose. This is a dumb rather or that's not, the question's not dumb. It's like a silly, essentially like, would you rather be a lizard or a snake? Okay. Well, neither are relevant, but in business, if you're focused on just doing something for money, I don't usually even work with people like that. And I know that's not even who you are. And if you're just focused on making a large audience, that's not what I'm going to teach. Because I'm going to teach you how do you package your goods in a way that you can sell more right now with what you've already built so that you actually could hit these goals. And yes, by posting 3 times a day and adding 10 people and doing that day in, day out, it will grow. I wouldn't say it would be your fastest growth to audience growth. I wouldn't. It could be. It depends. Something could go viral from your consistency being on there. But if instead you said, right now, I need to make money and I'm going to just focus on money making activities and following a plan that does that. And when I'm really feeling comfortable in that, well, maybe you hire a YouTube specialist for $1,000 a month and they blow you up, or a TikTok specialist. But when we need to make cash and we need to get to a certain point, there's a focus that has to happen. And that's where you're at, if that's where you're at. I don't know if you've got time to burn and you don't want to, but from what I've heard you say is money and making monthly income is my actual priority. Then throw out those other things for now and focus on the daily plan, on your mindset work, on repackaging. What I would do if I were you is you need to be posting in Telegram because you're on a group thing, not a one-to-one with me. So you're going to have to use the Telegram chat and you're going to say, hey, here's what I'm currently charging for my stuff. And I'm going to tell you right now, you need to like triple your pricing. So when you do make a sale, it hits your account and you guys are in the plus. So I think you need a totally new price points. And I'd like to know what is, and this is where you need to go through the offer in the automate to dominate, Kristen, go through that whole module this week, okay? And post when it has a video. So just so you guys all know, and anybody watching the replay, because I know a lot of people couldn't make it today, is the offer creation is one of the most important. And watch the bonus videos, the Sabri Sibi, the Alex Hermosi. I put those in there because sometimes you need to hear it from somebody else. Sabri's done $1 million and he's worked with all you guys business people. Same with Alex Hormozy. People come. So it's not just that it's a marketing person. These are people who help other business people grow. So listen to what they're saying. The cost to acquire a new client is $2,000. Everybody say it out loud. The cost to acquire a new client is $2,000. So how much are you selling your signs for right now, Kirsten? Kristen.
25 to 40.
So you are going in the hole by $1,900 every single time, essentially. And so what I want you to do is do it different. And I want you to figure out some bundles, some programs, and you definitely need to raise your signs are so pretty. And I need to buy one soon. When I move into my new house, I'm going to buy myself one as a housewarming present for myself. And I want you to sign it. And I'm not going to pay you that much. I'm going to pay you more. You deserve more and you need to raise your rates and you need to do this money mindset work. Have you been doing your daily listening?
Yep.
Great. Okay, so hopefully you're gonna get there. And also, just so everybody knows, anybody ever find when you set out on a new journey how it's almost like everything tests you to wonder if you're actually gonna do the thing you said you're gonna do? It always happens
Always.
to me. Whether it's
Always.
sickness, she lost her dog, you got sick, whatever other things are going on in your life. Let's do this. Say, I don't care what's going on. I'm a winner. We always win. And this is working out for my good. Okay? So everybody say with me, we always win.
We always win.
Yeah.
I do have to say,
Always.
your mind, I am the best last week did get me into a completely different level of mindset.
Good.
Repeating that over and over in my head. Even if I didn't believe it, I will say that I am the best made me feel like I was the best, if that makes sense.
And wants to make you be the best, right? Because it's like, why am I doing this if I don't want to be the best? And so I'm going to be the best. I'm the best. And I will tell you, like it made me when I did my funnel stuff, like I was like, I'm the best funnel builder in the world. And when I started saying that, like I didn't really believe it. And I would also see other people build funnels and I thought a couple of them look better than mine. So what I did instead was I started to like just believe that I would be like, okay, if I see somebody's that looks even better than mine, I'm gonna go make mine like that and better. Because saying I'm the best, like it's like then if I see somebody that maybe it does look better than mine or I'm inspired by it, it's just different. I'm like, ooh, room to grow. It would be like a soccer player. I'm the best. He sees a different soccer player do this new trick. You better believe he's gonna try and learn it, right? So we get to like have that excitement. And so I love that that works. So yeah, you guys just really listen to these audios. Try and get on that Earl Nightingale train. I know it's like a weird older one. He's like talking like this, but just listen to the message of these things that like you're meant for more. You can take a quantum leap. It doesn't need to take forever. And this is the group to be in to do it. And all the questions are good questions. But I hope you guys just don't get offended if I'm like, yeah, don't, that's irrelevant right now. And that's not what you need right now. And you can still go do it and you can still go learn it. And that's okay. And I'm not going to judge you for that because that's your prerogative. It's your life. I'm not over your shoulder like, no. But it's more just like, hey, I am here to help guide you towards if you've not made $10,000 a month yet, it takes a very specific level of focus on certain things to do it. It's does that all make sense? So SEO titles, okay, get to your 10K to 20K months. Then sure, let's focus on audience growth. So then you could then start to move towards 100K months, right? Does that make sense? But any of you can already jump to 10K a month, but you probably need to repackage your structure, your systems, post in the group, and believe that that is possible for you. And then you do need to show up on social media daily in a specific, consistent way because that's, that free organic marketing. Cool? Any other questions? We've got the work started. So I put the file in there and both files, they're all in just to go over that one more time. They're over here. Um, It'll be under planner and calendar training system. Here's that July 8th link. Here's the 3-10-10-3. The other thing that I do recommend you guys do, and I'm not going to take it out of here because it has to do with it, is the automate to dominate. I'm going to recommend for this week, and I've had a lot of questions about it, is your offers, is this whole lesson. And you can start to think about, that free offer, but would be go through each of these things, especially these last four ones right here. Cool? Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you two
But
showed up live, and to anybody who watches the replay, you guys can do it. And I just encourage you to just remember that it's all working out for your good, even the hard things. Take a rest if you need, take a break if you need, take some vitamins, take a walk, drink your water. But remember that, like, when you show up, like, you're a beast, expect great things from your business. Know that you will reap. So, all this work you're doing, even if you don't see the money come in today, I'll leave with this Jim Rohn quote, which is don't judge your day by the harvest that you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. The harvest essentially
Yep.
is those goals that we aren't always in control of when they happen, but you can control the seeds and watering the seeds. Okay? So wonderful to see you, Kristen and Debbie. And message me on Telegram any questions. Post your stuff in there. Get active. I'll give you feedback on anything I see. So utilize me. I'm here for you.
Thank you so
You're
much.
so welcome. I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming today.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.